From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a major night here on Evenings LALATE on Channel 1, Channel 2, and Channel 3 of LALATE. The U.S. economy is on fire. After we thought we were falling apart, and then suddenly everything changed so dramatically. It started last week when Facebook's parent company Meta blew out revenue, up 19%. It propelled the entire U.S. economy straight up, crypto on fire, stocks on fire, and the U.S. economy getting better by the minute. More stimulus checks as well. In tonight's recording, we'll go over the announcement that came in Friday night after the close of the markets as the Biden administration expanded one of the stimulus checks featured on this channel for nearly 2 years. We'll go over that massive stimulus for 2023. It's for you, SSI, SSDI, SSA, veterans, low income. Become a member and get ready for the broadcast that is changing by the hour because the U.S. economy is changing by the hour. We'll be looking at what's going on with the massive swapping of corporate earnings that were going down and then suddenly went back up. The major breakout of crypto coins in the big second half. The latest details on corporations leaving unearnings on the table. Ford. And plus, we'll be looking at the big money, $500,000 of stimulus in tonight's broadcast. Go into this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power, and Calcino VIP. You're watching LALATE with 3 broadcasting channels, LA1, LA2, and LA3. And first, we're going to go over the massive stimulus, the expansion of one of those stimulus checks on Friday. Then we'll go over the latest details of what happened with the stock market and the breakout of crypto. The U.S. economy is on fire once again. No longer a bear market, now a bull market. No longer a deep recession, and now a booming economy. And you want to be along for the ride. It's on 3 channels, LA1, LA2, and LA3. It's a brand new broadcast tonight for the shores of Santa Monica, California. I'm excited you're along for the ride. Let's get to the breaking details with the expansion of stimulus check OE overnight. The expansion of crypto going through the roof. We'll look at brand new coins making big runs today, and your opportunity to make a potential 17% return in less than 24 hours. And then Ford, what happened with Ford and why did they miss across the board? The breaking details and everything you need to know starts right now in America's most beloved show in prime time for financial news. It's LALATE, and the breaking news is right now. And good evening, everybody. The major announcement came on Friday as expansion of one of those stimulus checks featured on this channel for nearly 2 years came in from the Biden administration. If you're a member, it was immediately delivered to you in the membership newsletter, which is now updated 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll go over the latest details if you missed it. Big broadcast tonight. We're first going to go over these big stimulus checks, A, B, C, E to K, L to Q. These are stimulus checks for you, SSI. SSDI, SSA, veterans, low income, law being paid out. We're going to go over each of these incredible checks in this broadcast. Here's tonight's roadmap for this broadcast of prime time. First, we're going to go over stimulus checks A to C, law. Then we'll take a break and look at that incredible membership newsletter. We've got brand new features overnight, and it's so exciting. Then we'll continue into stimulus checks E through K, and the major announcement that came in Friday from Department of Treasury after the close of markets, the expansion of stimulus check E. Then we'll go to E to K and L to Q. We'll jump into the other stimulus checks that pay over $500,000. After we do stimulus check C, we'll look at that membership news and go over how to do this. And then in the big second half, it's Crypto Wall Street Live as we look at the excitement of some coins breaking out right this moment. Up 17% today, Fetch and MR. We'll be looking back at Render Token, and we'll look at the resistance levels, plus we'll be looking at the corporate earnings that came in this week, and it all started with Facebook's company, Meta. Good evening, and thank you for watching America's most watched show for financial news in prime time. It's a brand new broadcast tonight. I'm excited you're here. Let's jump into the breaking news tonight. Stimulus checks A through Q are law. They're federal stimulus from the federal government passed over the last few years, and they're still funded. And one of them got expanded on Friday night after the close of the markets. And I did not miss it. It went immediately into the membership newsletter, which is now updated 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I sent an alert about it, but if you missed it, we're going to recap it right now. We're going to first go over stimulus checks A to Q. They all have the same eligibility. But after we get to stimulus check C, we'll take a break and look at that incredible membership newsletter to understand how to get all these incredible stimulus checks one at a time. And later in this broadcast, we'll go over the latest details of what's going on with this markets, and boy, is it exciting broadcast tonight. Let's go over stimulus checks A to C. A to C are the stimulus checks passed from Joseph Biden in spring of last year, and they are deliciousness. The longest of the paying checks on this channel is stimulus check B because it pays on average 18 months of monthly stimulus checks, about 5 checks per month and about $3,000 across the board. The most delicious of all the stimulus checks is N, a brand new computer tablet. The largest stimulus check is coming up late in this broadcast. It's $500,000. It's stimulus check R. But these checks you see on the screen, A to Q, are all for you. If you made less than $75,000 last year, get them. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get them. These are stimulus checks for 2023. Law. SSI, get them. SSDI, get them. SSA, get these stimulus checks. Veterans, low income. How do I get them? We're going to go over the categories of checks, A to C. Then we'll take a break and look at that incredible membership newsletter. Have you become a member? That's where you get all these incredible stimulus checks applications in. And the membership newsletter is now being updated every hour on the hour with breaking details of expansion of stimulus, expansion of the financial markets. You don't want to miss becoming a member. Now more comes to you for the value of the same membership it's ever before. Then we'll go back into stimulus checks E through K, the announcement from the Biden administration on Friday night, the expansion of stimulus check E, and then go to L to Q. All right, let's go into the first 3 checks. All these checks on the screen have the same eligibility. There's stimulus checks for you, SSI. Stimulus checks for you, SSDI. Stimulus checks for you, SSA. Stimulus checks for you, veterans. Stimulus checks for you, low income. If you made less than $75,000 last year, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get them. These are federal stimulus checks from the federal government to U.S. states and U.S. territories, so go get them. How do you get them? They're in the membership newsletter. First, let's go over the first 3 checks, A, B, and C. These are the beautiful checks that were passed by Joseph Biden in spring of 2022, and they're just really quite wonderful. The totality of these 3 checks is a lot of money. It's over $100,000, and I really like them a lot. But of the checks of A, B, and C that I like the most is stimulus check B, because stimulus check B on average pays about 18 months, 5 checks per month, and about $3,000 across the board. Stimulus check B is great. I like N. It's coming up in a second. It's a brand new computer, tablet, and laptop. And the largest of the stimulus checks in that membership newsletter, $500,000. It's coming up in a second. But let's go back into the stimulus checks A, B, and C from Joseph Biden. Joseph Biden passed these stimulus checks in spring of last year, and it was $100,000 done by executive action, A, B, and C. Let's look at A, and then we'll look at B, and then we'll look at C. A is a $6,500 to $12,000 stimulus check. I love it. It's really quite wonderful. Become a member, and then go right into that membership newsletter and go down to stimulus check A and start pouncing and getting that beautiful stimulus check A right now across the board. Stimulus check B is the longest of the paying stimulus checks on LALATE. We did it. You did it. Congratulations. You advocated for MSC on this channel for 2 years, and you finally got it. Because B for 2023 is a lot of monthly stimulus checks. Let's look and see what Frank Mancuso got. He's a member. Look at that beautiful hawk behind his name. He got 18 months of about 5 to 7 checks per month. That's a lot of monthly stimulus checks. He got 18 months of utilities, 18 months of high-speed internet, 18 months of mortgage, folks. That's a lot of checks per month. And that's why B pays the most number of checks. The most actual checks you're getting is stimulus check B. Stimulus check R pays the most money, $500,000. Stimulus check N is the most exciting brand of computer tablet. But B pays the most actual paper checks. Love it. Don't you love it? I just love it. It's fast stimulus. Become a member. Do right now. Go right in this video and get that beautiful stimulus check B. It is the same eligibility as all these stimulus checks we're going over initially. Become a member and go right into that newsletter. We'll go over that newsletter in just a second after we're done with stimulus check C coming up right now. So after stimulus check B, then the President of the United States expanded stimulus check C, which has been on this channel for a long time. It is rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and more. And this beautiful stimulus check C is just a lot of money. It again is for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and more. And how much money can you get? Let's look at some of the success stories that viewers have gotten for stimulus check C on this channel for nearly 2 years. Expanded by the Biden administration. Now viewers for rent are getting upwards of $30,000. Just absolutely incredible. For utilities, they're getting upwards of $15,000. Combinations of checks, they're getting upwards of $200,000. It's a lot of money. And let's see what could be your success story starting right now. Here are some of the recent success stories. Do you want $30,000 of rent? Become a member. Go right in the video to where it says newsletter and go right into that newsletter, Stimulus Check C. We'll go over this in a second together as a family. And it's Stimulus Check C. It tells you the 12 places to reach out to, the 12 things to say, and what to say for this beautiful money for rent. $30,000 of rent. Wow. And then utilities. You have a water bill, you have an electric bill, you have a heating oil, you have a gas bill, you have a telephone bill. However many utilities, get them all paid as much as you can. And viewers are now getting upwards of $15,000. And they're getting upwards of 18 months of 5 checks per month. That's a lot of money. So that Stimulus Check C in the membership newsletter tells you who to call and what to say. Combinations of checks. And let's look at these numbers. Nancy is at 32,000, and then Mark is at 32. Mark went from 32,000 to then he went to more, 50,000. And then I told him to go get more money after that, and he went to a whopping 100,000 and then 166,000. Here's Lorraine, she was at 105. She went to 155,000. So far, we're only at Stimulus Check C, and guess what? A lot of other people have gotten even more money for that for Stimulus Check C. Dragon, triple member of all 3 channels, has gotten a whopping $170,000. Johnny helped 20 friends and neighbors get $250,000 from Stimulus Check C. It's all available for you. Become a member and go right into this video right now and join the channel. So as promised, now that we have done Stimulus Checks A, B, and C for the President of the United States for 2023, now let's take a break and let's look at C, that membership newsletter. You're excited? You want that B because you know it pays a lot of months. You like that. You like that C because that pays a lot of checks. So how do I become a member? And how do I go and get these incredible stimulus checks? And where is the membership newsletter? Let's go over all these details starting right now. Step 1, go into the video, join the channel. Join LALATE 1 or LALATE 2 or LALATE 3, any 3 of the broadcasting channels you may be watching right now. Then, at the top of the chat, the pinned comment, and the description of every video on all 3 LALATE channels, every day on the hour, is this website, news.lalalate.com/newsletter. That is the newsletter. It never moves. It's always there. And it's at all the top of the chat, pinned comment, and the description of every video on all 3 channels. Go right in and start pouncing across the board. Once you're into that membership newsletter, grab the password from the most recent post on your channel and put that password into that password-protected members-only newsletter website right now and get access to all the members-only information. In that incredible membership newsletter, you got Stimulus Check A to C, E to K, L to Q. Again, here's the website. You don't have to write it down. It's at the top of the chat, the pinned comment, and the description of the video. It's news.lalalate.com/newsletter. That's where you apply for these incredible stimulus checks. Now, did you see what happened overnight? Did you see what happened this week? The newsletter has been expanded dramatically for the same price it always has been. First, the newsletter is getting updated throughout the day. On Friday night, Stimulus Check E was expanded by the Biden administration. No one caught it except me. And immediately I put into the membership newsletter and sent out a message to all my members, you, to say, go look at the expansion of that stimulus check E. If you missed it, I'm going to go over it in just a second. Next, the membership newsletter is now being updated throughout the day, not just one time a day, because there is so much breaking news. It features the latest details of what's happening with corporate earnings, also what's happening with the economy, and also your coins you want to stock at the start of the day because you don't want to miss the opportunity to make big sums of money when something happens. And when there's a change of stimulus, it goes right into the membership newsletter instantly. I send an alert for you. It's all in there. Where can you get any type of information like this in financial news? From stimulus, the economy, jobs, corporate earnings, stocks, and crypto, all for a few dollars, and walk away with tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars of stimulus and the potential of this, a 26% return on your investment in just a few hours. Yeah, that's Render Token featured yesterday on this channel and went up 26%. We have new coins coming up late in this broadcast. Folks, it pays to become a member. It's just a few dollars to become a member. And suddenly you could be getting alerts that something is up 17% in just a few hours. 17% is more than just a few dollars of becoming a member. It pays just within minutes to becoming a member. Plus, it has the latest of what's happening with the economy. You don't miss across the board. So far we've done stimulus checks A, B, and C. Same eligibility. These are SSI, SSDI, SSA, Veterans Low-Income Stimulus Checks. Now, let's continue to the other stimulus checks thereafter. And the breaking news that came in on Friday. Stimulus check E through K. The reason why LALATE is #1 in this subject matter and has propelled to #2 in all financial news in American broadcasting this year is because I don't miss anything. And on Friday night, Department of Treasury, via the Biden administration, issued an alert that it's modifying the eligibility for stimulus check E. And immediately, even though it was a Friday night, after the close of the markets, I caught it and I immediately put it into the membership newsletter. I sent you an alert and I immediately started making broadcasts about it. Stimulus check E is a great one of those checks that came from Congress. Let's turn to those stimulus checks E through K right now. Again, these are the checks from Congress. And Treasury on Friday expanded E, which is the $7,500 tax credit towards the electric vehicle. They expanded it so that, one, more vehicles qualify. 2, you can get more money. And number 3, it gets better than ever before. This is the result of advocacy from many different groups over the last year. And now Stimulus Check E is paying more money to more people for more incredible stimulus. The Stimulus Check E, it's in the membership newsletter. It's absolutely huge. Stimulus Check F. We continue with these checks from Congress. Again, these are all your stimulus checks for you, SSI and SSDI. Stimulus Check F is a beautiful $4,000 stimulus check. Love it. Stimulus Check G, 30% off. Stimulus Check H, $2,000 stimulus check. Wow. Stimulus Check I, an $8,000 stimulus check. And J, $8,000 stimulus check. Finally, K, the last stimulus check from Congress of the E to K. Beautiful, $15,000 stimulus check. Now, my job as a broadcaster is never to miss anything. And I found you stimulus checks L to Q also in spring of last year. And they're still law as well. These are all your 2023 stimulus checks for you, SSI, SSDI, SSA, low income, 75,000 less, married couple, 150,000 less. In L to Q is N. And N is really one of the most popular stimulus checks. Why? It's a brand new computer. It's a brand new tablet, brand new laptop. Why would you not like that? With free internet, it's Stimulus Check N in the membership newsletter. Look at what this membership newsletter gets you. Access to a brand new computer, access to breaking news, access to the opportunity to get a 18% return on your investment in just a few hours from a crypto coin breaking out right now. So much detail. And it's just for the original price that the membership newsletter has been for over 2 years. That's why members have been members on this channel for 2 years, because the membership newsletter is adding so many new features almost every day. Stimulus Check N, you want a brand new computer tablet, go get it right as well. Then we have Stimulus Check O, 0 down payments on 0 closing costs on a brand new mortgage. Stimulus Check P is a beautiful refi 3%. And Q is a gorgeous $15,000 stimulus check. I always forget to mention the membership newsletter also features the worksheets, totally free, at the top of that membership newsletter. So those are your beautiful stimulus checks A to Q, with the expansion of Stimulus Check E overnight. Have you become a member? Do it right now. Go right in this video, join the channel. Join LA1 or LA2 or LA3. Then subscribe. Subscribe to all three channels. It's free to subscribe. And then go into that membership newsletter. Here's the membership newsletter. news.lalate.com/newsletter. It's at the top of the chat, the pinned comment, and the description of this video. And every video on all three channels of LA1, LA2, and LA3. Grab the password from the most recent post for members on your channel, update it daily, and put it into that incredible membership newsletter, and you have access to all this huge information across the board. In the big second half, we have a lot going on because, whoa, look at this. Ouch. And this, oh my. Yeah, this just happened. This just happened. You ain't going to miss this at all. But here was Meta this week that had a big breakout. Ford leaving cars unsold. Why is this? This is 2 days ago, Render token, but today, Render is back in our watch list. Breakout Coin and Fetch giving a 17% return today, and MNR a beautiful 15% return. We'll be looking at the coins, the stocks, and of course the financial news for the markets, as we had corporate earnings that came in this week and they were inconsistent across the board. We had corporate earnings that made us sort of feel whiplash between Alphabet, Intel, Microsoft, and Ford. We'll go the latest details of what you need to know in the big second half as America's most loved show in prime time continues. It's LALATE Evenings, and we'll have all this and more coming up in 60 seconds as everything you need to know about this economy from top to bottom, left and right, is underway. Remember, it's not going to be a deep hard recession anymore. Number two, it's not going to be a bear market. It's a bull market right now. Number three, it's not going to be crypto winter. It's crypto summer. And number four, there's big money to be made every hour on the hour. And that's why people are coming to LA in record numbers. All three shows, live shows last night, posted their highest numbers ever. And the details are updated literally on the hour. You're looking at live charts right now. We'll be going into those live charts in the big second half. Boy, I'm so excited you're here for another big show tonight from the shores of Santa Monica, California. It's America's most loved show in prime time. It's brand new tonight. And I'll see you back in 60 seconds. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now from the shores of Santa Monica, California. Bitcoin was pushing a resistance level about 3 weeks ago. And resistance level was a 3-month 21,300. We knew if we broke through that, we could be going into good times. Well, what happened thereafter? Then we tried to track it potentially going to the next resistance level, 24,800. It didn't get there. So where is Bitcoin right now, and what is that major move we're watching of that and also Decentraland? So we're looking at a live chart right now of Bitcoin shortly after this, in the early afternoon of this day. Here's the one-day chart. Bit started today at 23,400, relatively flat. I'm in the left side of the chart. There's my mouse moving down, 23,400. And then this, around noontime today, the market just sort of lost its footing, fell to under 24,000, and then started heading a little bit lower. Heading lower, 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 and broke under a $23,000 floor. In recent days, I've been talking about resistance levels on the high end, breaking above a resistance level. But tonight, we got to talk about breaking below a resistance level. Here was where we were about 2 weeks ago. Bitcoin was hovering at a 21,000 price point, and its resistance level to break above it was 24,800, the ceiling above it. How long had it been since we had reached 24,800? You know the answer. It's in the upper right-hand corner. It was over 3 months ago. And I said, if we break through 24,800, we are on a run. Well, we did. But here's what happened. Here was the first resistance level, 21,300. If we break through that resistance level, that's going to be 24,800. We didn't get to 24,800. So what happened? And why did we go the other direction today? And why did we not get enough steam to get to the next resistance level thereafter? So let's jump into the live chart one more time right now, with descension line coming up in a second. But first, let's look at BIT. So BIT had held itself in the 23,000 trading range, not going higher, not going lower. This is the one-day chart. Let's go out to the 1 week. There you go. Now you see the impact later in the chart, later today. And let's go out a little bit further. Yeah. So that's showing you a bit more clarity across the board. BIT had this beautiful breakout here. It went from 18,000 all the way up to 22. It had a holding range, a trading range from 22 to 23,000. It maxed out at about 23,900. That's our resistance level on the high end. But then today it got very dicey. Yeah, one-day chart, 1 week chart. Look at this diciness. It fell. It didn't have a lot of support. It had some support here, popped up here, then had resistance from going higher. And now in the last few hours, it's really breaking lower. 22,800. Let's go into the one-day chart. Yeah, you see what's going on right now. This broadcast is taped on a Sunday. And generally, coins rally on Sunday nights and fall apart on Saturdays. So at the moment, BIT is doing sort of the reverse of what we used to see it do 2 years ago. It usually would rally on a Sunday afternoon, early evening. It's going the reverse right now. 22,900. So has it broken through resistance level? Well, certainly it has. Let's go out to see those resistance levels. How do we do it? How do we find a low-end resistance level, a support level, you could say? Look at the horizon. See a series of mountains in front of you like the Swiss Alps. Here was a mountain range on the left side right here, 23,100, 23,100. We wanted to hold above that today. Did we? Of course not. Look at the right side. We broke below 23,100. Where are we right now? We are 22,800. It's even lower than afternoon's broadcast, taped a little bit earlier. You just saw maybe right before this broadcast. Let's go out a little bit longer so you see how important this breakout is. So right now, 23,100, maybe a little bit lower, 22,900. The next resistance level is worrisome. Why? Look to the left, look to the next mountain range of the Swiss Alps to the left. Where was the next valley? We're looking for a valley, not for a mountain range, because we're looking for support that we don't go lower. Support is a valley. We don't want to go lower than that. Breakout higher is a mountain. So where's our next support level? 22,700. What about after that? 22,000, 22,500. They're almost increments of 200, 22,300. And then if we break through 22,300, we could have big problems, because then we could go going back into 20,000. Did you hear me? Yeah. This is why you watch LALATE. Our resistance level in Bitcoin right now are about increments of 200. 22,900 right now, then 700, then 500. And if we break below a Bitcoin resistance level of 22,300, we go back to this problem, which is the 21,000 and the 20,000 trading range. So watch those $200 moving support levels for Bitcoin. Because if we break below them, we could be going where? All the way back down here. Yeah. You really, really want to see Bitcoin to hold that resistance levels. And certainly you want to see it hold this resistance level, 20,700. See where my mouse is? Look to the far left. There's a flat mountain. I'm at the end of the flat mountain. And that is where I'm teed in at 20,700. If Bitcoin does not hold that, you know how much lower it can go. It's everything on the left of where I am. And that would not be a good situation. Do I think it's going to hold? I think it's going to hold. But let's look at some other coins to potentially get some more indication across the board. Decentraland, one-day chart. Yeah, one-day chart. Now, it's not a substantial move because of one-day chart. It's 73 cents. It started the day at 75 cents, so it's only 2 cents. It's not going to be more dramatic than that is. But, yeah, now you're starting to get a little bit worried, aren't you? Yesterday, 83, this week, 83 cents, and now we're heading back to the 60 cents? Okay, so where is our resistance level on this coin? Look at those valleys over here. 73, 74. You want Decentraland clearly to stay above 70 cents. That's easy. You want it to stay above 70 cents because if it doesn't, what are we talking about? All the 60 cents, 50 cent stuff we don't want to see again. And we certainly don't want to see 40 or 30 cents. Big problems, but not particularly clear which way it's going just yet. Here's some of the numbers throughout the day. Bit relatively flat until it started to loosen up later in the day. Ethereum relatively flat, and Decentraland giving up a little of its wins this week. I'm fine if Decentraland stays above 70 cents, but anything below that starts to make me a little bit itchy. Our breakout coins of the day were Fetch, up 17%, NMR up a 15%, and Render Token still on our watch list. What are breakout coins? What are we doing with these coins as opposed to a Decentraland or a Bit or an Ethereum? So in this case, we are looking for coins to get in and get out in a very short time horizon, potentially less than 1 day, and make a 17% return on our investment. How do we do this? What are we looking for? And what is our approach? My approach is the following. I like coins that are at least 20 cents or more. Number two, I like coins that are more expensive, like over $1 or $3, certainly $20. I don't like coins under $1. Third, I like coins that by the start of the day it's up 15%, 14%, and going even higher so that I can get in and get out at a 17, 20% return and call it a day. I'm not marrying the coin. I'm not holding it for long-term investment. I just want my 17%, 20% return, get out and do it again, maybe with the same coin or another coin. Render Token, RNDRUSD, was featured on this channel 2 days ago. It had a nice breakout this morning as well. But our breakouts this morning were Fetch, NMR, and Render. How do you get these breakouts? First, if you're a member, they are right in the membership newsletter at the start of the day. The membership newsletter is now updated in the morning with your breakout coins. And I sent out an alert to you as a member that these are the coins breaking out right now because I don't want you to miss the opportunity to make a 17% return on your investment in 1 day. Most people don't make 17% return on investment on anything an entire year. I want you to have that opportunity as soon as it happens. That's how much I care about you. Become a member right now. All in the membership newsletter at the top of the chat. And all in the membership newsletter at the top of the newsletter every day. Number two, how can you do this yourself before I even had sent out the alerts across the board? And why is Render Token back on there? Because Render Token had a beautiful run a few days ago, 26% a few days ago, and today was quite good as well. So how do you find out those breakout coins? Let's do this together as a family. Let's learn some skills starting right now. We're jumping into Gemini, one of the platforms, Gemini.com. Look at that third column. I'm going to put my mouse on the third column. Click it. Now, the coins are ranked the best performing coin. They're all green. Click it again. Worst performing coin. So at the start of the day, I want to look at the best performing coin that is up about 13, 14, 15%. I want it to be over 20 cents. I like it more expensive. I don't like cheap coins. I don't think they are a way to come in and out. I think they're too risky. I like them a little bit more stable, more than 20 cents, even more than $1. And I want to get in, get out. I also want to remember what coins have done well for those moves in the recent days, like we had Render Token a few days ago. Here's a few days ago. Render Token and Fit and Ash, Burn. So when I see coins repeating these nice little runs, I know I can get in and get out. When I mean get in and get out, I mean less than a day. If you can do it, if you have to go to 2 days, fine. But we're not holding these for a week or a month or a year. No way at all. And you need to understand how they are impacted by this. Coins are impacted by the stocks and also by the macroeconomics. And Decentraland was impacted by Meta this week. Meta, the parent company of Facebook, reported corporate earnings and blew it out. Surged 19% on a revenue beat. Of course, Meta is building out a metaverse. Decentraland isn't. It already has a metaverse that's already working. And so every time you hear good news from Meta, look at your Decentraland position because it could be running on that great news. And that's what Decentraland did this week on the great news from Meta. And that is what's going to continue to happen across the board. People, when doing crypto, need to remember that you're impacted by macroeconomics, the stock market as well. And let's now jump into the other breaking details that we saw from Wall Street this week and that we're going to see this new week as well. This week, Meta reported corporate earnings as a blowout. It was an absolute blowout. And you would have thought the same thing would have happened with Alphabet, the parent company of Google, and also from Apple, but it didn't particularly happen. Apple and Google's parent Alphabet missed on top and bottoms. Missed on revenue and on net profit. Alphabet slept 3% in extended trading on Friday. Amazon sunk dramatically on Friday, one of its worst performing days since April, but it came back later in the day. The day also featured the U.S. economy adding 517,000 new jobs for the month of January. This is a blowout. We're looking for 187,000 new jobs. So the economy is on fire. Recession, there's not going to be a deep, dark, hard recession anymore. Crypto winter, as I go out of focus for just a second. Crypto winter, we are not going into a crypto winter. We are in crypto summer right now. Number 3, bear market not happening. We're in a bull market. And also, everything that we thought was going one way is going the other way. So Alphabet was missing, and Amazon has worst performing day since April on Friday. Why? Because its guidance for the rest of this year was really bleak. Microsoft surged on those massive news as well. So Amazon sunk to its worst day since April on Friday with that news of guidance for the rest of this year. Deutsche Bank was unhappy with Ford, and this is why this economy is so confusing. Ford said it had record sales for the F-150 pickup truck and that Bronco in January, but they also said they left millions and millions of dollars of unsold trucks on the floor, and the CEO was unhappy with the news. Amazon dropped 4% on Friday after it gave weaker guidance for the rest of this year. And this is why it's so hard to basically say everything is the same for every company at the same time. It's not particularly clear. Microsoft having a great week, Ford not, leaving $2 billion in profit on the table, said CEO Jim Farley. We can't do that. No, you cannot. And crypto being inconsistent across the board with that breakout and then the pullback, even today alone. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, there's so much going on. Let's recap what we have going into the new week. Number 1, bull market underway. Number 2, crypto summer underway. Number 3, recession, maybe a light one, but certainly not a hard, deep recession. Job creations, largest job creation, blew it out. 518,000 new jobs created last week. And corporate earnings, very inconsistent, even among the same companies or comparable companies in the same industry. 3 broadcasting channels, LA1, LA2, and LA3. A brand new LA Live on Channel 1 every night at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. A brand new LA2 every night on Channel 2 every night at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And the night starts at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Channel 3 with Wall Street Crypto Live and the latest details on your breakout coins, your breakout stocks, every ability for you to make money on the hour, by the hour, with LALATE. Become a member and get everything you need to know from stimulus on Channel 2 to the crypto and Wall Street on Channel 3 and the entire financial market on Channel 1. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, become a member. Do what you're doing so well. Get those opportunities abounds. Track those coins. Get all the breaking news when something's expanding, and don't miss anything when something's happening. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, you're doing such a great job. Be proud of yourself and inspire other people to come on over. Stay informed, stay focused, and as always, stay out of LA for more.